Hello everybody, welcome back to, you guessed it, Limbus Company, Arknights. I'm back with episode 3, I believe. This episode might be a bit longer than usual, because I'm trying to finish this up before I have to leave on the 6th. Because when I get back, I'm pretty sure this event is going to be gone. So, you know, this might be a longer episode than usual, but it's all good. Damn it. Can't we just take any ship and go after it? I need him to use some British slang. I don't know how to do his voice otherwise. It's a research vessel. It can't possibly be very fast. This will be difficult. Even if it is a research vessel, I'm sure it was constructed during the golden age of Iberia. No average ship can keep up with it. Which is a problem, because I doubt we have any ship that can travel at the same speed. We only have a few small vessels left, which are all anchored too far from this location to be feasible options. Do we have any resources? Recourse. No, not unless we can identify the exact location of this vessel. Which is a real problem. We can't find ourselves a ship to go after them, yes, but most eyes of Iberia, the lighthouses, were lost during the profound silence. Wait, when you say most, do you mean there's still some left? Just one, as far as I know. The one in Gran Faro, but that lighthouse cannot be used at the moment. There's another. There's a lighthouse you can use... Really? Are you going to give one of those villagers the benefit of the doubt? Yet, young Scotty hath already confirmed her to be safe. All I confirmed is whether she's a seaborn or not. Can't know if she's a cultist. 'Tis true, yet. Once we saw that Maris was left all on her own, we decided to accompany her at all times and keep her within Irene's eyeshot. We couldn't possibly blame her for what happened, given Scotty's confirmation that she doesn't have anything to do with those sea monsters. Besides, they all left her behind. Irene still seemed to harbor a bit of suspicion. She has had some pretty suspect shit, but... I don't know. I mean, the fact that she's in a town of cultists makes it a bit, pretty suspicious. The problem with the Ager is that she simply knows too much. Or could she have possibly gained access to all that information? That is true. See? She can't even answer that question. But let's think about it this way. What if we were to ask her what we don't know? The location of that lighthouse, for example. They're ticking rapidly. What did they say? Dante says that we should approach it differently and ask her what we don't know, like the location of the lighthouse. That seems like a reasonable argument to me. Or does the Inquisitor have an alternate solution to this conundrum? No, but... Fine, let's hear it. I won't interrogate you about how you have access to things that even us Inquisitors don't know. At least not right now. Faro Murto. Dead Lighthouse. That's our village name. Somewhere a little ways off the coastline, there's an intact eye of Iberia on the sea that was almost destroyed when the profound silence swept through. Off the coastline? Is it not connected to the land? It used to be, until it sank. We should be able to procure ourselves enough wood and materials from the village to build a raft. Is it near enough for a raft to be a means of access? The weather's not great today, but it should do. It's not very far from the coast. Even you? You're gonna trust the Ager? I don't see why I shouldn't. I understand the Iberian mistrust of the Ager is quite profound, yet such sentiment is hollow to the rest of us. Inquisitor Irene, what do you feel when you saw the Rhodes Island operator? If you're talking about the coctus, nothing in particular, other than the slight annoyance when she accused me of being inhumane. So you didn't harbor any hostility nor disgust. Not that you would have felt any sense of sympathy or empathy either. I thought... I have no history of feelings for or against the Ager. Must be the same for the outsiders. What's she on about? She's conveying that, in matters of regards to mayors, her opinions are more objective than Irene's. Finding the vessel Fabius commandeered will be a benefit to all. Limbus Company will gain an opportunity to return to the city via the dimensional door, while Rhodes Island will have a chance to study it at a closer proximity. And the Inquisition will gain possession of a vessel in which the technology from the Iberian Golden Age is contained. What? You're just gonna hand that over to the Inquisition? Why should we covet what was once Iberia's? Well, there are certainly aspects to that vessel that draw interest. I already have a state-of-the-art masterpiece known as Mistopheles. Oh, is she... Okay, sorry. I thought she was just fucking flexing that she had a sick-ass car. As long as that can be guaranteed, I see no reason to refuse. Irene eventually agreed to put our trust in mayors. We are unlike an executive manager. It is quite fortunate that our interests aligned exactly with that of the first strangers we encountered in this strange island. Lucky is right. Imagine we were back in the city. Would have taken them like 3-4 distortion hunts before they came to this agreement. Sorry about having to saddle you with those mayors. Please lead us to the lighthouse. Okay, happily. So when you said you almost destroyed, how almost destroyed is it? I heard that the light faded from the lighthouse a long time ago. But the shape still stands. Well, at least it was when I saw it a few months ago. If the lighthouse is in an inoperable state, we're going to need an expert technician to get it back when working. The technology is based on a completely divorced from the popular application of Iridium technology, so I doubt there's anyone out there who can work on it anymore. Whoa. Otis and Faust, bangers? You needn't worry about that. Here we have an engineer and a researcher who are geniuses even among those in the city, so we should be able to manage most mechanical failures. Today is just a revelation after revelation, huh? I can vouch for Limbus Company's skills. I can also work on the simpler tasks. I've learned a thing or two about helping out Gramps. Stuff about the lighthouse or various tech stuff. Well, we should all head back to the lighthouse together. No, I'll be leaving the group for a moment. Amia will accompany you instead. What? After all that, you're going out of your own? Yes, to join the Doctor. It is imperative for the successful execution of this mission. Of course, the hinges of Amia and Scotty remaining behind here to assist the rest of you. Thus, I will leave the rest of you to take the Eye of Iberia, the lighthouse, back. Wait, what do you mean, take back the lighthouse? Is there something or is there someone or something out there that's taken over the lighthouse called the Eye of Iberia? A likely supposition. Amia, what did the manager of Limbus Company say? They're asking if the lighthouse has been taken over by something. Not a bad intuition. Yes, there's a high likelihood the structure has already been overrun by sea terrors. I don't know about overrun, but I've encountered them a few times when we approached it too closely. Normally this is hardly enough personnel to attempt a raid on a lighthouse, but... Answer me this. Are those limitations to their revival? There are no restrictions as long as Dante, the manager, survives. However, do note that battle efficiency depreciates with prolonged battle due to mounting mental stress on the manager. No need to change the plan then. Amia, use this communicator to alert me as soon as you are able to identify the coordinates of the vessel from the lighthouse. If luck would have it, we should be able to reduce the time it takes to complete the retrieval mission. Okay, as long as you're not taking everyone with you. If it's just her who's leaving, then go ahead. I think we should be fine too. Then, let's commence the mission Vessel Masses Retrieval. Righto. Step 1 of the plans of the raft, right? Let's get on with it. It's done. Let's go. What? Why are you looking at us like that? Is there something bothering you? Must you ask? Just look how proactive and quick she is to jump to action. Certainly lives up to the image of an employee working for a large corporation. Thanks, Otis. For that charitable view, I guess. Thanks to Scotty, who'd already finished the first step of the plan, we were able to move on to the first 2 steps immediately. Nice! So lighthouse retrieval. We're already here. Very quick raft. After a while of carefully sailing on Scotty's raft alongside the coastal cliffs, a gargantuan shrouded lighthouse emerged from the thick mist. Eye of Iberia. Even in its dilapidated, ruined state, touches that are once monumental and sensitive are apparent on the exterior construction of the lighthouse. Some even called these lighthouses guardians of Iberia. It retains the grandeur of the era, so it was built during its golden age. You really know everything, don't you? It is as you said, but now, these lighthouses are nothing but graveyards of countless inquisitors and soldiers of the Penule Battalion. No one who's attempted to retrieve the lighthouse has ever survived the expedition. Can you please not say scary stuff like that, Miss Irene? You're literally about to walk into one. Ugh, don't you ever quit chirping? What are you, a foul beast? A foul beast? Stop yapping in my ear. Why is this one such a coward unlike the rest of you outsiders? I'm not a coward, I'm just voicing my... She did just say some pretty concerning stuff. How long do you think the repairs will take? Its exterior is rather heavily damaged. However, from what is visible from the outside, its interior is still quite intact. With Miss Faust's expertise, it should not take very long. Yiseng suggested with a smile, but Faust maintained her silence for the entire journey to the lighthouse. Then said something pretty concerning in response. Of course, my wit remains unmarred even in such uncertainties. The currents are pretty wild. Someone's going to have to stay behind and keep an eye on the raft. We can't just leave it here unattended, but I don't know if we can carry it either. I'll stay here and protect the ship. You sure you can handle this alone? I know you're strong, but maybe one or two more people should stay behind just in case. Nope, I don't need them. Sea terrors will swarm the islet if you would go with you anyway. So this has nothing to do with you. And so what she's trying to say is that she's worried that you're not going to have enough people to take on the lighthouse when she can handle this area alone. Which is why she is okay with staying behind alone. Thanks for explaining. Some people just can't help but hop through an extra hoop, I guess. Well then, let's trust her. We'll be back, Scotty. Luckily, we didn't run into any sea terrors on our way to the lighthouse. The problem was that the gates were bound shut by a strange blue tissue. Reminds me of that L Corp branch back at U Corp, though that one was white. I don't think I can do anything to force it open myself, so... Guys, can you open this door? Oi, move over. I'll pull from the right side, you grab the left, and... We'll all pull together at 1, 2, 3. Or just... 3, Something's off here. What are you doing? The door is firmly secured in place. The flesh tissue regenerates almost as soon as it is torn. Perhaps you'll need to tap into a wilder form of art to get this open. Well, what now? The strange flesh tissue growing on the gates is sea terror. It reacts to the lamp, but it's grown too much to be affected by it in any meaningful capacity. Scotty might be able to open the door with her incredible strength, but... Should I go fetch her? But, I think she's already fighting off sea terrors from sinking the raft. So, we're all on our own. Maybe there's an identity card or e-card. Oh shit, are we actually about to see an ID? Like in person? That'd be kind of sick. We haven't seen one yet. Or he's gonna pop like... I don't fucking know. Sun shower. So which one? Do I get to choose? I would assume not. Just as I was pondering a familiar question, a faint black glow came to my view, then devoured my sight. It's no intuition or inspiration. It's different from the sudden flashes of realization. And it's not the star of that day, but I think of it from time to time. It's not the horrible door that I see every time I turn the clock, either. This formless black space in which I am not permitted to see. A faint whisper, a faint noise, a whisper cuts through it. And through that light, and through that opening, I see light. I reach out to the opening and see Scotty, born from a very... Oh, is this Ishmael's ego? Are we gonna go through the egos? That's fine. Scotty, born from a very, very warm gaze. Scotty? Powerful imagery crashes onto me like the waves. Scotty, the staggering dancer wielding a blade. Scotty, who flaunts her flowing locks. And Scotty, the singer, humming in a low voice. Beyond the fringes of cognition, Scotty's existence has become engraved. The sinner who can wrestle and control this oceanic tidal power is... Dante, are you alright? I'm good. I don't think we need to send for Scotty. Huh? What? Hey, Ishmael. I've never used this ego before, but I need you to trust me and accept it. What? An ego? I nod quietly. Well, it's not like we ever gotta have a practice run with these ego. Whatever it is, seems to be our manager has found a solution. Her confusion is short-lived. She lets out a carefree laughter before... Ooh, music! Before stepping forward, boldly twirling her mace once. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Get corroded? Oh my god.
한눈 팔지 마세요. 당신에게 파도는 반드시 밀려올 테니.
Well, that makes my life a lot easier. I don't need to show... Well, I still need to show corroded, but, you know. The cracks on the lighthouse are growing. I think she just tried the door instead of opening it. Sorry, I didn't think it'd be that strong. Okay, Dante. Kim Ji-hoon, stop gassing up your egos. Well, the door's open. What are we waiting for? No, I mean, what was the part where you... What, the part where I suddenly changed into a different outfit and equipped a different personality? Yes, that. This is most fascinating. That an ego could be drawn here, in lieu of the mirror of Mephistopheles. I think I connected to Amiya's subconscious mind. There was this strange, unfamiliar... Why am I giving Dante a... Sorry, Dante. There was this strange, unfamiliar light, and I saw Amiya's emotions attached to her memories and experiences, so I just reached out to him. My subconscious mind? I just had a feeling that it would work. Sorry about peering in without asking. But I didn't see anything other than the things about Scotty. All I needed were memories and emotions that can be used to understand the being that is Scotty. So Dante has his own little mirror, maybe? Not mirror, but whatever the thing is to extract IDs. Because he just did it, unless Amiya has a thing to extract IDs. It'd be kind of crazy, though. It's okay. I have experience with gaining powers from other memories and emotions to overcome difficult situations. Oh, is that why you went all fucking evil when you killed that guy with a ribbon? An obsidian ribbon? I remember that. Maybe that's how you were able to draw something from me as well, Dante. That is the most appropriate assumption, especially in a situation in which delving into its principles are impossible. So, that's called ego? Verily, of course. Limbus Company's ego is quite distinguished from the other kind of ego, which are bloomed from within oneself. That is enough. No further information is to be divulged to outsiders. Yet, it matters not when young mayors and young Amiya learn of this. I agree. I agree with that fool this time. The Inquisitor used an artillery projectile that penetrates the outer wall. Several of them, in fact, of a building, and the head did not pursue her following that breach of taboo. This is clearly not this city. Oh, I thought you were agreeing with Faust. I just assumed, you're a hater. Ain't it better to let her talk her heart out than hear her moan and whine about not being able to say anything? I am convinced. Do as you will, then. Faust's reply sounded almost sulking, but Don Quixote immediately began to expound upon the ego to Irene and Mayors anyway. But everyone was too busy to pay attention to her, as the wet, slithering noise from a distance had put everyone on edge. Can we do that later? We've got some cleaning up to do. So, there were more sea terrors past the door. I think any sea terrors from the sea are all converging around Scotty. Which means our only roadblocks are the sea terrors still lingering around the lighthouse. Let's go. Let's take back the lighthouse. Easy peasy. Alrighty. I swapped around my IDs a little because I need to start pumping out the pride and gloom so I can get that corrosion. And then I can never use the ego again. I don't recognize anything different here. I fought you already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So, it's gonna be the same as always. The hell are you? Alright. This unit's speed is fixed to 1. Spawns an inactive state in battles that another scene may appear. Oh, we're bringing this back. Oh, well. We're bringing this here, finally? Oh, you're new. This unit becomes active and damageable. When this unit's HP drops to 1, trigger hand to Satan and remove all Nether Sea. It takes damage only from attack, skills mainly targeting it. Okay, so you're like a cleaning robot. -5 to all affinity. Oh god. On death, generate Nether Sea. Nether Sea. When on top of Nether Sea, gain final power and coin power. Okay, well that is a bit spooky, but I should be fine. Probably. And I'm gonna just ignore Mr. Counter up there because he's gonna fucking kill me if I tried to kill him now. Oh man, I haven't used Kurokuma in a while. I do remember them being super good though. Well, decently good. I don't know if they're better than Bamboo or Blade Lineage. But they do a shit ton of damage. And I don't really care about them staggering, so... Counters all the way. I'm pretty much guaranteed to hit enemies, as long as I get 4 lust. 4 lust res. Ooh. The one-time debuffing during the turn is actually decent. 2 off. Oh shit, I forgot about him. Does that kill? Nope. Is he left? He's at exactly 1 HP. So is... well, they have bleed at least. So they'll die no matter what I do. You're level 50. Oh, you're under leveled. Wait, these guys are level... huh? Wow, you really are ads at bleed count. Because why not? Oh, I can hit you. Oh, it doesn't... okay. So you guys have another C, which I need to get rid of or I will get murdered. Who do I want to kill? Doesn't really matter, because... well... I don't have that much variety when it comes to that. There we go. That should kill everyone, hopefully. Okay, nice. I guess thinking about it, the main updraw of the Kurokuma clan was just a shit ton of bleed. Not really count, mainly potency. Huh. So it's a deployable Roomba. Woo! Did it. I've cleared the lighthouse, and it only took 5 years. Alright, I'm going into another battle. This is probably the exact same battle. Different team again. This time I'm going to try to remember to use... huh. Alrighty, like I was saying. I just gotta save up until I can corrode that ego. And, it's the exact same fight. I think you're new. Puncturing of life. Okay, yeah, shit ton of sinking, nervous impairment. Okay, same old, same old. Attack skills designate the closest enemy as the main target and select sub-targets from the back. When on top of another C, designate the furthest enemy as target and convert all coins to unbreakable. Gain final and coin power +2. Okay, so I don't want to kill you first. Simple as. Alrighty. Here's the corrosion. Hopefully all 4 coins go through. Whirlpool? I like the screen effects. Jumped around and just jumped him. Oh, and then here's Dimension Shatter. I tried getting Envy Res because title, whatever, Ishmael's ego gets buffed by resin. And I didn't have any gloom, so... Oh god, can this guy die already? Okay, come on. Let's get this over with. Nice. Okay. I'm finally onto more story, I believe. There were more sea terrors than we expected near the lighthouse, but... Thanks to Irene's lamp, the light of which paralyzed their nervous system, paired with the rather narrow passageways... God, I wish I had some paralysis. Hand it over. We were able to handle them without much trouble. Also, on the control room, as the control room was, unlike the exterior, mostly undamaged. Mostly undamaged. Shit. They got like a ton of mirrors. Faust shared some good news that the repairs most likely won't take very long. Yisang was oh yeah. I only just found out. Apparently she's a bunny. Or something like that. I always assumed she was like a donkey. I don't know. I don't know, just some random lore. Jessa might be Russian? Or someone else is Russian. I don't know. There's a Russian person in Arknights somewhere. Yisang was right. Fortunately, the inside is barely damaged. How are you progressing, Miss Faust? It is almost complete. We best prepare to leave. Then I'll radio the doctor. Let's sit. Ooh. A tremor shakes the building with a loud boom, and debris falls from the ceiling. The lighthouse's precarious floor suddenly collapses from the shock. The floor's giving away. What's going on out there? Something rammed into the eye of Iberia. I see Ott shattering through the ocean surface. The sheer explosion force turning water into mist. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's out of my system now. And it is charging at us once again. Oh my god. What is that? Well, I'm assuming from the title it's the night. The title of the episode. As Yisang noted, I saw a shadow of a dark figure through the ruptured outer wall of the lighthouse, charging ferociously at the ruined structure. The figure looked like one of those knights. At the city's western region Don Quixote would talk at length about. The lighthouse might crumble at this point. Then we have no choice. We have to stop whatever's out there. Faust, stay here. The rest of us can descend the lighthouse and... The lighthouse is almost fully functional. It will only take some finishing touches to have its light shine again. Which I can handle. So I'll stay behind. Seems entirely unnecessary to leave the rest to you. I would rather leave it to Faust, who's an expert. I've read about that Seaborn before. Sorry, we still don't fully trust you, right? Probably shouldn't leave you up here by yourself. The fables and legends say that's the last night. And if those stories have any grain of truth to them, you're gonna need all hands on deck to even have a chance at stalling it. You better prepare for a few days of interrogation once I bring you into the Inquisition. Your decision, Executive Manager? All hands on deck. Leave the lighthouse to Mayors. We have to put a stop to that night somehow. Ooh. Never seen that transition before. Holy shit. Yeah, kind of just a basic looking knight, but still really nice looking. He's the little Ahab lantern, also known as a lantern. Waves crest high and violent behind the spear-wielding knight. Oh, he has a spear apparently. I can't see it from here. We have to protect the already precarious lighthouse against the knight. The knight begins to charge at us, his steed splitting the very sea, and I instinctively knew this wasn't going to be easy. Okay, as I was saying, this could be a Ricardo situation, but the enemies also haven't been known to be very strong, so... Oh my god, that's kind of a sick weapon! One day, wet grains he planted did not sprout. One day, he stopped feeling the scent of life between his breaths. Oh, for fuck's sake. Faint memories of having blinked through Almia's fathoms flashed briefly before my eyes, and the Seaborn Knight wields his great lance against the surface sea terrors. He shudders as though with repulsiveness, but he does not stop. You obstruct progress and cover the lands. That is impermissible. This is the land. The knight and his sea terrors don't necessarily seem to be on the same side. Perhaps diplomacy might be a viable solution here. Thus he rides against the currents, hunting after waves. He seeks the waves, reproaches them, and eventually brings their destruction. Yeah, let's try to talk to the knight. Who will overcome the bellowing roar and try to talk to the knight? You need one head. You need one head. Well, you have 3 and you have 3. So I guess you, because you're kind of the better What are we doing? Pierced by the lance, Sinner Honglu retreats with haste. His eyes are blinded by the fog, and his ears bar our words. Like a wound-up clockwork, the knight once again raises his lance. It punches through everything in its path. Honglu loses 30 HP. Nice. So I decided to run Blood Fiends, because I don't know how strong this guy is, and they're probably my strongest unit, no? That's not a good sign. He has a question mark. Huh. Passive. When hit, inflict 1 cold against the attacker. Lose 1 speed. If the unit has 3 stacks, take the 20 gloom, 20 SP, then gain frozen. If this unit did not attack, the knight expires. Okay, it's like that one Library of Ruina mod. Whatever that fucking mod was called. Gain 8 protection. Ah, that's always jolly. If a unit has low morale, half the amount. If they're staggered, do not gain protection. Oh shit, maybe I should have kept the knight, Rodion Knight on here. Fate's Favored Child. When this unit takes damage that brings their HP to 0, nullify that damage and be healed to 100% SP and SP. 100%. Oh no, that makes sense. And gain a new pattern. When the passive Fate's Favored Child activates, gain 1 bind. When hit, inflict cold. When attacking target with frozen, gain a double damage. Okay, so frozen is you just can't play the game. And you probably can't activate the whole guts passive. Gain offense up. If there are 6 enemies with cold, gain clash power. Misery and Calamity. Okay. very descriptive passive. Fixed panic, fixed... Okay, yeah. All resistances change to normal. Oh my god. All resistance change to normal, double the amount of burn, bleed, and tremor. Okay, maybe I should, well, I'm not going to do it now, but if I lose, I'm going to throw Rodion on here. Clash power for every 2 enemies with cold. Oh god. Okay, what was the one passive? 6 enemies. And I get it every time I hit you, so I just need to not do that. I just need to not hit him, simply. Clash lose 10 SP. That's goated. Unless that loses, then I'll just have to end it all. I kind of have to stop some people from attacking. That's only 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'd have to have 2 people not attack. I'm sure one of you will lose the clash. Just gonna do that real quick. Okay, he didn't really stab me even though he has a lance. A little odd. He more slashed me. Oh, he's piercing that time around. Let me see. Maybe it's hard to tell. It looks more like a slash than a pierce. That might just be me though. D1 funny guy. Nice. Ooh, you know, I could actually. Limbus company. If you got targeted more, I could just have you spam evade to make him lose sanity. Maybe not on the AoE though. I should probably spam these, because I want to get whistles like pretty much every turn. Okay, well, I'm not going to read, because I'm a D1 not reader. But I'm going to hope it's not looking good. Oh, it's AoE. I didn't read that. Wholeheartedly, I probably should have read that. Music's pretty nice, though. Hey, that worked, though. I just want you to notice. Because if you lose, I'm getting nuked. Nice. Hey, no one has 3 freeze. Oh, you know what? I do need to stop you guys from attacking, though. Because if I go too long, don't you freeze at 3? If you have 3 stacks... Yeah. Okay, well, you lost a clash, so you can go. You're gonna pop an ego. Because I'd rather not get hit by that if I don't have to. Faust can dodge. Does Faust need to dodge? No, Faust doesn't need to dodge. You can dodge, though. You can just do nothing. You can all need to just do nothing. Yeah, I don't need to lose that. Yeah, let me just make sure. Can I make you dodge anything? No. You're offsetting, which doesn't do anything because it's, you know. I should have looked who he was attacking. But, surely it's not too bad, right? Onward, Roshante. Again and again. Ah, so goated. Thank you. And then you're Gregor, so you're not going to take any damage to this. Oh, it's AoE. Only 7 though. He doesn't hit very... Oh my god. I hate counters. I'm a new counter hater now. Hopefully he doesn't do some crazy skill when enemies are frozen. Oh, he's hitting her. That's not good. Did that kill? Oh, the Sinner's relentless assault upon the night begins to slow. Though we don't have anything in common with the night, cold, cold loneliness rides his billow, insidious below, under the faint light. Are we... Did I skip something? No. Are we waves or rocks in his eyes? The sea wets our helms and giving us no time to answer the question. Stand their ground. Otis can't, because they're... Actually, wait. Yeah, actually, I guess it is because she's frozen, probably. Who has the high sanity? You. Oh, thank you. Sinner Gregor warmth reignites the fire of determination in the rest of the sinners. In that moment, Irene raises her lamp, showering the night with its light. Iberia's flame illuminates our path. Unlike the night, we're not alone, so we did not have to endure the chilling loneliness by ourselves. Remove frozen from all allies. Nice. Didn't remove cold, though. Incoming. What? Nope. Tidebreaker. Target is sinking. Sorry, I should read these. What was this? Tide Piercer and Tidebreaker. Tide Piercer. Clash Power, Final Power. Tidebreaker. Base Power. Okay, yeah. Oh, if you have cold, gain attack with it. Spooky. The Indomitable Knight. Okay, sorry. Something about that name is kind of funny. I want you two to... You have paralysis. I should be a little careful with what I'm doing. Do I have enough to make a... I do. I just have to be a bit... cool with it. Yeah, then I'll pop you. Pop that. Yeah, and then next turn, Gregor and Sancho have to take a break. Oh wait, what do you have Clash Power? I hope not. I forgot about the Clash Power, and 2 Clash Power scary, okay? I'll be honest, I think having Faust's whistles... Faust's whistle is kind of just... It's so fucking good. Like, getting 15 SP per turn for a boss fight is like a godsend. Because if I was still rocking like 0 SP... Because he's gonna have some gimmick where he launches himself to max SP. You know he is, every boss has it. Priority to targets with frozen can clash regardless of speed. When attacking a frozen target, gain 2 attack weight. Coin power... Okay. If target has frozen... Oh no, that's on kill. Never mind. I thought I just killed them. Okay, so Sancho needs to take a break. She can... No, she can. I can just... Well, it sucks. You're gonna eat away all your... Does frozen go away? Because if it does, then I might just do it now to nuke him. Cannot act for this turn. It says this turn. I'm gonna take the wording very literal and just kill him. Oh, he needs to be insane for his resistances to go to normal. Okay, I don't want more than 1 frozen person though. So you and you are not going to go. You will defend, though, against that. I'm gonna try to get some of these to later, just in case I can stagger him. Okay. Sancho's gonna get frozen. Oh, unless I kill him, because he does have a desperation phase. And I don't want Sancho... I don't want her staggered during the desperation phase, because that might kill me. I don't do 500 damage in a turn. Come on now. Unless... Does have a shit ton of bleed though. Stacking that shit up. Okay, well at least this is easy. Just block with you. Ah, that blows. I gotta get rid of my skill 3. Oh my god, I have to block with a lot of people. Immobile. I don't remember. I don't know if it always said that down there. I can't remember. Well, I guess the obvious answer here is... You have no cold, so I don't have to waste a skill 3. You do have cold. So I either block now or pop it now? Let's just pop it now. This is going pretty well so far, though. Oh god, you know what? They probably nerfed him, actually. That's how it usually goes, right? If I played this when it came out, I'd probably be in a world of hurt. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Can I just kill him? He doesn't stagger though. I don't know if he staggers, so I'm gonna clash with him just in case. Yeah, let me just pop that now. You're dominating, but you're not. That's kind of sad for you, Faust. You're a very old ID, though, so makes sense. I don't have enough people defending here. Oh, fuck it. When has 2 Clash Power ever killed anyone? Oh, well, there goes that. Hey, I got a whistles out of it. Oh my god, he has aura. Holy shit. Music is kind of a banger. Oh, hey, he's killing me. Slay the ocean. Slay the ocean, slay the ocean. Very descriptive enemy we're fighting here. Wait a minute. He's a Seaborn. Was that obvious? I don't know. Deal 5% damage for every enemy with cold. Inflict 5 sinking. Inflict 1 sinking count. Inflict 10 plus 1 gloom... Oh, just gloom damage. Okay, then. Plus cold on target. So at 11? If target has frozen, heal 20 SP. Cool. You know, actually, I think I know who I want. Can I not clash with this? Oh, it's unclashable. Well, you're gonna let me get my turn after this now. Is that what I want to do? Probably. Please don't kill me. 14 damage. Okay. Oh, he staggered Sancho. What an asshole. Oh, you know what? I should have used her block, because it gives shield. I forgot. I don't know. I don't think they needed to make his thing a question mark, because that attack did no damage. The knight rides upon the violently whining steed. Lance raised skyward. The knight races across the sea, splitting its waves. We won't succeed. Something. Irene directs her hand cannon towards the knight. Her aim and will undilutes on the same frequency with the waves. We need but a moment to recover. Topple the waves. Go for his legs, not his lance. We have to observe the situation more carefully. We have to stop the knight. Sure. Let's blast his ass. We can put a stop to the knight. Sancho, kill his ass for staggering you. The knight's fierce charge briefly wavers when Senator Don Quixote jumps in his path. The Inquisitor quickly capitalizes on this momentary opening. A blinding spark flies from her hand cannon, and the knight is thrown off his steed. Slay the ocean skill becomes clashable. Ooh. Dense shadow pools under the lone knight. Surface of teeming flesh sliding against flesh can be heard from beneath. Art thou gathering to defeat the knight? They must have gathered first that I heard believing him to be the one of them, until they came to a realization that the knight is a traitor to the Great Will. But that— oh my god. Sorry, I keep clicking to skip it. Well, not skip it, but skip the text reading out. But he leaps once again, the crustling waves as his stepping stone. He belongs not to the sea. He stands tall against the great will, his head held high in eternal defiance. The unremittable knight rides across the watery mountains and charges at us. Sorry, I'm trying to go back here. The knight leaps off the surface, but the sea rises violently in response to drag him back down. The waves crest high, gnawing upon the knight, crashing him back down to the water's surface. So he's a Seaborn, but he's like fighting against being a Seaborn? A high-pitched and powerful cry resonates. The knight's steed is sending out a warning for something. You're at max sanity. Oh my god. Sinner Faust brings the knight's charge to a stop. Then the waves begin to crash in. Once, twice, thrice. But unlike the knight in the back streets, the waves don't stop coming. He must always challenge the waves, and is fated to do so for eternity. The waves will always shake the sea until the day of the knight's sinking. Struggle passive deactivated. The last knight gains the Knight's Corpus. The Knight's Corpus and Struggle deactivated? Oh, it's that one. Is that a passive I can read, or do I have to actually go down to his statuses to read it? Man. 80% damage. Oh, it kind of looks like wings, like he's saying. What the hell is that? Reminds me of a cake. Misery and Calamity. Oh my god. Was that this? Did you give me a shit ton of cold? Or am I... He's hitting me with something. Slay the ocean slay... Oh, it actually just tells me. Okay. Cool. Can clash regardless of speed. Coin power. It does gain coin power. I don't know if it... I mean, I don't know. It doesn't fucking tell me anything. 5 count. Yeah, it's not that bad. Oh, you're unstaggered. That's nice. Well, everyone has like a shit ton of frozen. Is anyone targeting you? That is. I don't think evasions work like that, but Faust. No, wait, no, you can't go at all. Neither can you. You can, because you're already about to be staggered. That's not dominant. He has 41 sanity. Who else is... Oh my god. Okay. So just no one gets to go this turn. Otis is gonna get her ass kicked. Which, if she is getting her ass kicked, I might as well just pop that. I definitely don't want you dying. Bam. That's probably all good. I have to be careful. I don't want my whole team getting frozen. Immoderate passion. Oh my god. Maybe it's a good thing she got frozen, because her stagger's gone now. And Dawn is like known for her 1 billion healing. Oh my god, the bleed. This is one of the units where bleed is very good against him. Because holy shit, I've stacked that up already. Sorry, just the aura form into exploding. My hero. Oh man, you might die. Oh, she died, yeah. Oh, what? Oh shit, he died. Easy peasy. I'm out of rounds. The lamp's almost out too. We're holding it back for now, but we won't last much longer. No BS. I can last. The lighthouse, not so much. What difference does that make? Sinners were reeling from the battle against the enemy. He was more like a force of nature than human. Without giving us much time to breathe, the knight fixes the spear and begins charging at us again. It didn't take very long for the severity of the situation to dawn, as I quickly began to rack my head with a desperate wish. What can I do? What can I do here? Shit, summon Gregor Zico. Get him on a horse. That's when through the mist, the black space begins to envelop my vision again. Wait, this is just like... And from the dark... Oh my god. Is he actually popping a fucking... I reach out towards it and see, unlike my earlier phenomenon, which focused entirely on the powerful Scotty, a single individual. What I saw this time was an unfamiliar place called Casmeriz. This place was filled to the brim with things that Don Quixote would lose her mind over, like knights and their countless fans, an arena in which to test one's mettle. But the one in Amiya's thoughts sits far from all of that glory, in a very mundane-looking office. He wears a well-kempt set of clothes, with his eyes are in a slight squint, focused on reading the newspaper. The man looks more like an office worker than a knight, but the most radiant part of that scene was a banner hanging on a wall, and a sword. Is it actually Gregor's ego? Don Quixote and the first sinner who came to mind. Can she, our adherent admirer of knights and pursuer of glory, spin that energy from his sword as her own? Wait, no. He's different. I need someone who doesn't pursue glory. Someone who can handle their own tarnished glory. The sinner who can detachedly wield the entirety of their bygone honor is... Yes, there's just one. Holy shit, he's actually popping an ego. My god. I'll trust you, Gregor. Use this ego to hew into the knight's charge. Split the waves. Use the light to split those waves, huh? I hear you, Manager Bud. Let's do this.
이 검은, 이 명예는, 이 영광은.
What is he? Oh, he's hitting him on a horse.
이빨이지 않을뿐.
God, that ego looks so nice. The incandescent golden blades of light surge forth, cleaving through the darkness of the sea. The knight withstands and parries each of those lights away, but he comes to a stop when the last of the golden radiance cuts across the sea and looks in our direction as if to admire it. And finally, the lighthouse makes a low, resonant creaking noise before firing a bright light towards the ocean horizon. Mayers appears to have completed the repairs. Smile? Oh my god. Oh, the light returneth to the house once more. Silence all. Mayers is saying something. Like Otis said, Mayers was peeking out the window and shouting something at us. Vessel Massis is still on shore, somewhere in the coastal sea. It moored somewhere by the beach, somewhere quite a distance away from the village coast. Confirmed. I'll radio Dr. Cowsit immediately. That all went well and good, but what about that monster? Yeah. What if it charges at the lighthouse again and destroys it? I heard it talk during our battle, but I don't think that creature is capable of actually communicating with them. This will be a problem. Oh my god. Don Quixote? Wait, don't get too close to it. It's dangerous. But before we could stop her, Don Quixote had already approached as close as she could to the Seaborn, her eyes twinkling. She takes a brief moment to admire the knight and his steed before asking in an energetic tone, "Oh, mighty knight, what is the name of thy noble steed?" Rocinante. Is it actually? Wait, she can communicate with him? Oh, 'tis quite a coincidence then. My noble steed is also named Rocinante. One who is not a comrade. They are a steed, you say? Forsooth, a steed most fine indeed. It has served me well over the countless adventures of mine, despite its appearance. Yet I must inquire thee, noble knight, wherefore dost thou strike this lighthouse so? Ishar, Mala. It was not the waves. The waves are darker, more rash. I don't know. Perchance this was a tad inconvenient misunderstanding then. Good night, I and my compatriots are now embarking upon an adventure most important, yet thy obstruction we are unable to do so. Prithee, wilt thou return to whence thou came? Don Quixote regarded the knight with a stance that was at once courteous and brave, and the knight and his steed, Rocinante, stared wordlessly back at Don. I wasn't sure if she managed to get through to the knight, or if the knight had just lost all interest, but they both departed the lighthouse, looking out to the far distance. So they really exist, Seaborns who hope for something other than survival. Such powerful Seaborns lurk at sea. Are you alright, Don Q? You should be thankful that it somehow yielded a positive outcome. When are you going to fix that habit of rushing forward without thinking it through? Mine apologies. While Don Quixote returned the knight with a bizarre conversation, Amia raised her voice happily as though she just received good news. What? Dr. Cowsit, is that true? What's going on? The doctor managed to infiltrate the vessel masses. They've already done cleaning up the decks, and now they're waiting for the rest of it. Oh, shit. Good ending? Good ending in an intervallo? Goated? But it's hardly been 10 minutes since the lighthouse came on. The doctor is an excellent strategist, and based on what Dr. Kels had told us, I think they've already had some plans in motion before we activated the lighthouse. Great. Let's return to Scotty and join him. He returned to the raft and explained what transpired. Scotty listened to us quietly before replying in the exact same manner she did before. Someone's going to have to stay behind. I'll stay. Go find vessel masses. You're going to refuse again if we offer help, aren't you? Yes. Then I'll see you after we retrieve vessel masses. I'll let the doctor know what happened here. What an oddball. Nice. This is the doctor, researcher at Rhodes Island. Nice to meet you. Oh man, we actually saw him. When I, after everything we went through, finally had a chance to meet the doctor at Rhodes Island, I realized that I'd been building a vastly different image of them in my mind based on the name alone. I was thinking they were going to be someone like Yisang, Faust, or Honenheim from LCE. But the first impression of them was similar to what I felt when I met a K-Corp employee. The clock just ticked? Shit. I didn't realize he talked. And this is Dante, a manager at Limbus Company. The ticking just now was nice to meet you. Okay. Thanks for accompanying Amiya. Honestly, I was pretty worried when we were separated at the border. I should thank you and Amiya, actually. We would have been in a real pickle without her, so... It's a bit embarrassing to repeat that myself. Dante says that you would have been in a real pickle without Miss Amiya. Sorry, Manager Bud, can't talk human, so don't worry about it. We'll take over the translation. It is incorrect to state that the manager cannot talk human. A more accurate assessment would be to state that the manager is incapable of assessing sonic means of communication, which includes verbal communication. However, they are able to produce a repetition of multiple sounds that may register on a similar scale to the ticking of multiple hands, small hands, minute hands, of a clock. I don't know, something about the way Mersalt puts it sounds worse. Don't you worry, it's not a difficult task when only a single individual has to be translated. Doctor, let us move on to the next steps of the plan. Next steps? Thanks to Limbus Company's efforts, we obtained the exact coordinates of the vessel masses and managed to capture the deck with ease. However, Fabius, who is suspected to be the Bishop of the Deep, and his followers have barricaded themselves inside the bridge control room. While it may seem as though they're hiding, I believe they're trying to bait us. As in they're waiting for us to enter the bridge before summoning reinforcements from somewhere to trap us in a pincer attack. Something like that. The elsewhere is most likely the sea, as the reinforcements are probably more sea terrors. Fabius is a seaborn, and the ocean will always answer to the call of their kind. Limbus Company and Irene will head to the bridge and neutralize Fabius. Amiya and I will accompany you to provide support and identify the situation within the bridge. In the meantime, Kalsa and the other operators will remain on standby on the ship's exterior at pre-designated locations. I like to avoid getting surrounded by sea terrors before we manage to take down the Church of the Deep within the bridge. I observed several entry points leading straight to the bridge while we were working on repairing the vessel. Your force doesn't seem numerous enough to close them all. It's true that there are many entry points here, but we don't need forces guarding every single one of them. Especially here. The hallway's too narrow, long, and straight, so... Makes sense to me. What about you? Are you sure you're not overly forcing your foes into a single checkpoint? Let's see. But on closer look... Looks like the commanding officer Otis is finally in her environment. Got any questions, Manager Bud? I have no idea what they're talking about, if I'm being honest. Really? I saw you commanding some of the sinners earlier. You seem pretty adept at giving orders and making strategic decisions. Thank you? I don't win, right? It's all coming together. Indeed, they seem quite adept at making on-the-spot strategic commands and identifying exploitable weaknesses and patterns in their enemies. However, the Doctor and the Outsider are operating on fundamentally different fields. No further elaboration is necessary. Agreed. That particular aspect of stargazing is strategizing is not one of Manager Dante's obligations, and even if there is a chance for them to engage in such elements, it may be too early to do so. That's so. It is. At least, that is what Faust has judged. What are they babbling on about? I was about to ask that myself. I don't know. No idea. Having finished the discussion with the Doctor over the plan, Otis returned wearing a grim look. Huh? Is there something wrong with the plan? Nope. There wasn't anything wrong with the plan. Oh. I expected a certain degree of competency, but they were impressive, far beyond my expectations. Really? That good, huh? Even when I think back to my days on the line of duty, I can't think of too many like them. Right, so they're dependable. Good enough for me. If you're done strategizing if you get your strategizing done, let's get cracking. What have you, Miss Mares? Is it too much to face what awaits? Then you need not follow us. I decided to stay here anyway. The Doctor's gonna give you an update in real time on where the safe zones are. So, please keep that communicator close to you. I will. Hey, if Gramps... Is there something you would like us to do? No, it's nothing. If there's something you want to tell him, contact us through this communicator at any time. We're gonna find a way to resolve this as peacefully as we can, but if negotiations break down... Yeah, I know what you mean, Doctor. Be safe, everyone. Leaving Mares behind with an unfinished sentence, we followed the Rhodes Island team onto the bridge. The bridge was as godly decorated as ever. Fabius, flanked by hooded followers and sea terrors, greeted us with a kindly smile. Welcome. I truly did appreciate thy kindness. Wherefore didst thou seek to harm us? Your suspicions are certainly justified, but I implore you to think back. If you truly believed that we had sought to harm you then, how would you explain the peaceful night you spent in Far America? We, have never wished to harm you. We did not then, and we do not now. Huh. Not even the day you folks stabbed us in the back like cowards, and you want us to believe that? Our wish has always been the same. We only wish to extend the freedom to roam the seas to those with capable, kind-hearted souls. Mate, you know you were just trying to turn us into sea monsters of some kind. Monster is only a name. The essence of its being changes not regardless of the label given on it. Become one with the sea, become one with the endless cycle of life, and one day, your misunderstandings will end, and you'll come to understand us. Looks like this fight is between us. It's gonna be unavoidable. I pulled out the identity cards the moment I saw Fabius raising his hand. The Doctor seemed to have finished their preparations as well, as they and Amia stood opposite Fabius. Incoming. Get ready. Let's stop them for good, no matter how long it takes. Their strategic formation prioritized reducing sacrifices to the absolute minimum. Their command sought to protect, sought to defend, and their forces were quick to follow. Rhodes Island's operation was certainly impressive, but that's not exactly our style. All I can do is put my faith in the sinners and push them onward. Our style is pure offensive. Trust me to bring you back, no matter how many times they cut you down. Let's wipe them out. Spicy. Okay, so I have the hand of the saint, and then I'm just fighting homeless people, and Sea terrors? Are you seaborn? Oh, you don't have a... Okay. Whoops. Oh, there's a second wave to this. And it's Fabi's. And a single Nether Sea Founder. Jolly. They're all the same. Yeah, it'd just be Fabius. Combo 50 shield. If the unit has shield. Okay, sorry. Sea Terror Assimilation. Offense level up and down. Cool. Heal SP. If the unit has shield after getting hit. 2 sinking. If there are 2 or fewer allies, consume 10 SP on self to summon 2 sea runners. If Nether Sea exists, apply 2 power up to all Sea Terror units, as well as 1 offense level for every stage. These unit skills do +1 damage for every nervous impairment, and inflict more nervous impairment. Consume 3 HP. Okay, cool. Nothing too crazy then. Huh. Thinking to it, this is kind of just like the Hindley fight. He's such a important character, but, well, I don't know. Well, Hindley was pretty important, just in actual. But, such an important fight, and he kind of a pushover. Unless he has some crazy skills, but he is a defense buff. I can't imagine him being too crazy. And also, once I kill all these guys, he's just gonna throw like 2 runners at me every other turn. I think I'll be fine. He's throwing attacks at me now. United Will. Ooh, he's giving enemies haste. Well, you know, I guess it's the thought that counts, no? One new skill? Rite of Liberation. Let me read that here, because... Coin power for every sinking on target. Bind. Final power. As long as I don't let him clash when I don't really get hit by much there. It's unopposed, or not unopposed, it's unbreakable, that's the word. Which makes it a bit more annoying, but yeesh, whatever. Actually, I should kill... Thinking about it, I should kill the Roomba first, so then now they don't have to worry about AoEing the Roomba in accident. Unless it all goes to Fabius. He has 3 attack slots, so he might just fucking take all my AoE. Hopefully not, though, because you're at 30. Nice. Wait, is that Fabius? You look very much like a homeless person. Did I kill him? No, okay. Oh man, that skill hit a lot harder than I thought it would. Or maybe I've just been using too many skill ones. Does this go on forever? Yeah, because he summons ads. So I just need to wail on it pretty much. I can't remember if I've shown this or not, so... Oh, tails wrong, like it. Okay, dragon with a knife again. The Bells of Gloaming. That might have been a lot nicer if I rolled more than one head. Pretty sure I was at max sanity, by the way. God, I love positive coin corrosions. Yeah, shit, there was that. I don't know, he kind of just talked to me. It was a lot of talking. They're pretty persistent. Fabius flees again using sea terrors and his followers as meat shields. Wait, no, I see it now. It's not Fabius who's putting them in harm's way to save himself. Sea terrors and cultists are throwing themselves in our way, entirely willing to sacrifice their lives to ensure that Fabius gets away. Yeah, well, that explains why he's losing sanity whenever he summons an ally. But for all that, the only place left for him to flee on the ship, wounded and cornered by the Sinner and Irene's lamplight, was the decks? Nowhere left to run, Fabius. I understand you can't help but continue to struggle to live, even knowing there's no hope. But running will only make your pain worse. That's different. Fabi didn't run to live. A voice echoes from under the sky. Oh. Oh, it is Mares, okay, yeah. So Mares was evil as hell. I'm gonna make that assumption because she's just changed outfits mid-battle. Just doing like a habit. She's in what looks like to be a nun's habit, which is pretty church-like, I think. Mares appearing quite different from how she did a moment ago. She approaches Fabius slowly, her expression solemn and mournful. She looks down at him wordlessly. I told you their methods won't win their understanding, Fabi. What a shame. I thought that with such wisdom and aptitude would. I hoped you would still be able to realize your ideal here, even after I'd left. It would be realized. Fabius may die here, but we will remain. Now it is time. Devour me. Well, Fabius blurted out, threw us off once again, even before we regained our footing from the shock of revealing Mayor's true allegiance. Eat people? Oh, looks like they're about to give us a demonstration of some gourmet art. What? Huh? Okay. Okay, sure. I heard it's a pretty common thing in District 23 backstreets, but I'd rather not see it in person. Hey, I think I'm just gonna look away if that's okay. Just what? Doctor. Weaker Seaborns willingly let themselves be devoured by stronger ones, therefore sharing their experiences and nutrients with them. This is a commonly accepted practice among them. It is a behavior that prioritizes survival over all else. This isn't done in any sense of sacrifice. The time is here. Devour me. Set sail towards your ideal. You're not Yisang. Sorry, Fabi. I've still got some canned food left for me on the ship, and I think I'll delay becoming a Seaborn for a little while. Oh, you're not a natural Seaborn. You just worship them. Cool. Why? I found a new destination. I'll gain a new power from there, and then become a Seaborn. So now is not yet the time. If that is your will, O Bishop. Don't worry. Your flesh will fatten the bloodkin of the sea. Oh. I think he might be getting eaten. Mayers waves her hand, and sea terrors climb up from the vessel from the ship and begin tearing Fabius to pieces. Despite the way it looked, Fabius looks exhilarated, nary a look of suffering or pain wrinkling his face as they ripped his flesh apart. We turned away from the scene that could not be described as anything other than cannibalism to look at Mayers. Calcit, is she? Don't need to ask questions when the answer lays plainly before you, Doctor. Doctor. What is happening? Wherefore did young Mayers? It wasn't Fabius. Mayers was the Bishop of the Deep. Ooh, lore drop. Okay, I'm recording this in advance, because I've already clearly done the story mission, but I just realized that the title of this is Light of the City. A little bit of a spooky name now. They've played us. don't despair. We still have the upper hand. We defended Fabius and his cultists already. Defeated. And even if they were to summon more sea terrors, we should be able to handle them without much trouble. Hey, Ager. Just what were you thinking the entire time as you deceived us? I had a feeling I knew what she was going to say to that. She was either going to say it was either for our sake or it wasn't deception at all. Maybe she'll give us one final gloating. But her reply, the words of which were carefully selected after gazing out at the far ocean, was not what any of us could have expected. I'm sorry. I thought this would be a better way to approach you, but I see how it can come across as nothing more than deception. You're sorry? Why? Dante wants to know why you're sorry. Huh? Well, that's because I did something wrong. Wait, hold on. You've been deceiving us all along, Mares, and now you're gonna... Boy, what exactly are you after? You're after the same thing that geezer was, right? Turning us into your bloodkin, and all that was for our sake, giving us all that ridiculous excuses to turn us into one of those monsters. I do hope that you would one day accept becoming Seaborns. But I'm not about to demand that you let yourselves be transformed today, right here, right now. I understand that we all need some time to mentally prepare ourselves. May I understand your statement to be implying that you will not be forcing this upon us, should we refuse? That's correct. It'd be against manners to do what Fabius did, shoving sea terror cells into your body out of nowhere. Manners, huh? And I was taken aback by the fact that Mares was a bishop of the deep. It was also true that Mares has never tried to bring us harm, unlike Fabius, who attacked the sinners directly. Well, she did almost get us in big trouble with Irene while explaining things to us. It's also true that Mares has been extremely helpful so far. It was her who led us to this lighthouse, and it was her who stayed in the crumbling lighthouse until repairs were done, as the terrifying night continued to assail its walls. What was your actual relationship with Fabius, anyway? Just someone who once strove to realize the visions of our ideal worlds. Our goals once converged, but not now. I was pretty taken aback, too, when he attacked you back at the village. Maybe he got greedy when he saw Faustinotus repairing the ship. He got greedy? Fabius believed that welcoming capable people as bloodkin would expedite Seaborn's evolution. Cool. So you're like some kind of cult leader, but you don't necessarily want to antagonize us. You still haven't told us what you're after, though. I'm going to the city that lies beyond the dimensional door. So you're trying to flee to another world where the Inquisition won't be able to chase you. I don't think that's the point. This isn't running away. Also, you can't go to the city. You're a limited time event. I just want to help people of the city, that's all. So, I'm bringing the Seaborns with me to the city. Don't tell me. You're gonna invade the city alongside these monsters, then. Then, the foghorn suddenly blared, and the ship shook as it moved. Vessel masses has begun to move. Oh my god. I wanted to listen to the music, but oh my god, I'm getting blasted with like wave sound effects and old foghorn. Is this an automated sailing program? The vessel masses will now sail towards the dimensional door. I'll let Rhode Islands and Irene go right in front of the door, so don't worry. Did you seriously just tell us not to worry? Faust? Please calm yourself, Dante. It is not yet determined if it is indeed the dimensional door connecting back to our city. No, it has to be. The warm, shining light and the voice from within is getting clearer and clearer. You wouldn't have to be distorting, would you? You're pretty much purposely distorting yourself. Or getting ego, I guess. I don't know, 50-50. Why don't we just let them into the city? The battles thus far went well enough to demonstrate the level of danger Seaborns pose. However, I doubt they'd get very far even if they were to enter the city. Don't you agree? In Hongwan, we've seen what happens when sentient non-humans enter the city. The head will take action the moment they realize their presence. Of course, we must prepare ourselves for repercussions in case they decide to hold Limbus Company responsible once the dust settles. Yet it's very likely that when we fully escape any culpability, as we saw in the memories of the Kong massacre. Your thoughts, Faust? Urban Nightmare. Considering that their specific attributes, it will not take long for them to rise to Star of the City level threat. There is a reasonable possibility that they may be issued the Imperatus Civitatis classification. Really cool. I think that's the first time we've heard that word in this game. Might have heard it in Hohenheim as well now. Is that not an acceptable risk? If not the head, they would be managed by a wing. This isn't that terrible of a calamity. But Cowsit shook her head resolutely. No. Your technology seems to be based on something else, which is neither Originium art nor is it derived technology. And that is precisely what would make you vulnerable against Seaborn. Is it because they learn fast? Yes. They're on the front lines of the war against Seaborn, stubbornly stick to our using traditionally low-tech weapons. Deploying high-tech weaponry against them is only going to make you an enticing meal. Then can't we just let whichever unfortunate wing that ends up fighting these? Do you take into account that this may take a significant amount of time to earn their trust? Even if they were to be convinced, there would be other parties using alternate perspectives on the matters, complicating issues. This situation would rapidly go out of control if backstreet syndicates or fixers got involved, unless the head designates a taboo to prevent it. Even then, considering what she's been saying. Yes, we must consider the possibility that they may be capable of absorbing the head's technology as well, before they are expelled from the city. How do you plan on helping the people of the city, Mares? By giving them a chance to become Seaborns. But what are you on about? Seaborns? She ain't all there, is she, eh? What kind of help is that? Mares, you know there's no different from what the Church of Deep is doing here. Pissed? No, it is different. Because someone showered the city with the light. The light? The beam of light where the White Knights and Dark Days incident. How do you... Could it be... Becoming a Seaborn, it's part of a great will called a Wee Mene. By doing so, one can be reborn as an altruistic life form, but at the cost of ego, the sense of self. And that's how it's always been my issue with it. Everyone has beliefs of their own, dreams of their own. It feels too empty to lose all of that when they inevitably lose the sense of self that, as they become Seaborn. Look, I want each Seaborn to have their own wishes. But the light shining through the dimensional door to our world is too faint to push them towards that evolution. If only the light of the city could become more tangible, it just might be able to give every Seaborn an identity of their own, to remain uniquely themselves. Then why is it that you advocate towards those of the city to join the Seaborns, when one could simply learn more of the light before returning here? At first I thought all I needed was the clue to the better vision, but Don Quixote's tales of adventure changed my mind. Mine adventures? You don't understand just how precarious you all are. And how would you, when you were born into that kind of world from the very start? A place where life has become a commodity and gold one of its few religions. The city has abandoned its yesterdays to survive today, and by doing so, has given up on its tomorrows. Kinda speaking like a fucking realization. Just as I needed the light, the city needs Seaborns. I don't know about that. It needs their tenacious hold to live, and their absolute unconditional selflessness. But at the end of the day, that still means everyone has to turn into monsters. People ostracize the other. Something that isn't like me, something that feels alien to me, something I don't know or understand. So that fear is natural, because Seaborns are not human. But you just have to cross that threshold once. Miss Mayers, do you believe the nature of humanity to be evil? Humans are selfish, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Good things can come from selflessness, that's for sure. But there are side effects to having that have become simply unsustainable. Doctor, you've been to countless battlefields where Rhodes Island has fought tooth and nail for the rights of the infected. But what came of it? Peace? No, it's the same. But still, we're all still getting better, little by little. I'm not trying to deride all those small incremental steps and call them meaningless. Change takes time, and should it continue, I believe your efforts can become a beacon of light that will lead humanity towards a brighter future. But what about everyone who sacrificed while you were taking your time, taking those incremental steps? Every single day of that incremental change is marred by unjust deaths. Some are enslaved for no reason other than their differences. People live on that despair that seems to have no end. I agree with what the light told me. People are diseased. They're so sick that even in the far-flung future, even on the day of the world end, they will continue to fail to look forward, obsessed with scrutinizing each other in the search of those differences. Even when every ager returns to the sea, they're still going to bully and hate anyone with pointed ears, labeling them agers. Even when oripathy is truly eradicated, people are going to suspect and prosecute someone as infected. People are imperfect beings. You're right. There probably isn't anyone out there who can really sacrifice themselves for the sake of others with nothing but perfect selflessness. Okay, that's the noise of her manifesting ego. Sick. But not when it comes to Seaborns. They don't suffer from all this absurdity, nor are they coerced to sacrifice against their will. They have the power to progress towards a better future built from mutual understanding. Because they're the kind of life form that seeks common ground instead of scrutinizing for differences. The bells. A strange shape shimmers and materializes before Mare's. I couldn't quite tell what it was, but it was round. Looked like a tool? It is possible that she already met the conditions to efflorescence. A possible explanation would be the absence of a particular pull regarded to pull it out of her, or the insufficiency of it. This isn't anything like the arts. What is happening in front of Miss Mayers? Is our proximity to the dimensional door increasing the potency of influences coming over from the city? Precisely. The condition to which Faust is returning to normal levels seems to indicate that. Wait, can people in other worlds, I mean mayors, also manifest ego? Internal conflict and anguish is a commodity among every intelligence entity, regardless of whether they are from the city or not. Therefore, yes, Faust is quite positive on this possibility as well. I guess that kind of makes... So the light they released over the city, right? That's just there forever now? Or at least for a long time. Because they were able to... These people from a different world were able to come to the city, get the light, and now are manifesting ego. Which does raise some questions on what would happen if like a thing from outside the city came to the city. I don't know, probably just get killed by the head, no? However, what does this mean? The potential to efflorescence in ego implies the potential to distort as well. Oh well. You even got the bells too, sorry Mayers. Oh. Carmen jump scare, cool. You've been dreaming for a long time, Mayers, drawing your own picture of an idolized world. And you've chosen the ocean as a means to building a path towards that vision. Yet, why have you failed to take the leap of faith yourself? I had to make more preparations. Seaborns are beautiful and there's no doubt about it. It's just that a key piece was missing to really achieve what I want. You're not being honest with yourself. I know it very well that you're afraid of becoming one of them. The fear that your own creed might crumble, and you might lose your own sense of self, your ego. The fear that you might end up becoming nothing more than just another thing swept up by the ineffable, overwhelming will. Isn't it terrifying that this hope can just disappear in a blink? Who is she talking to? Is that something Limbus Company has experience with? If so, I'd appreciate an explanation. She's hearing that voice. When that singular faith that one had absolute confidence in breaks in one fell swoop, and their ironclad will is shattered, people of the city have a potential to distort into a monstrous form at any time. It is said that this phenomena are often accompanied by that distorting individual hearing a disembodied voice. Indeed, Those who would distort would often behave as though they were engaged in a conversation. Of course, the same could be said for those who awaken ego. At first, I thought it was Kathy, but it wasn't her. The voice was beautiful, comforting, and even cozy. The kind of voice that puts deep contemplation to sleep, so calm and so warm. No. There is more to the sunshine than its warmth. Sorry, how does Mersault know that? No, there's more sunshine than its warmth. So it's more bright than warm, which I guess means less comforting. But yeah, I don't know how Mersault knows that, because you haven't distorted before. You did mollywop bamboo-headed Kim, though. Or was it the other girl? No, you mollywop someone. Really odd that he knows that. The sunshine. Wait a minute, Isn't Mersault's, like, whole book story, like, he, sorry, Carmen, you're gonna have to wait, I'm monologuing. Like, he just shot some dude because he was blinded by the sun? And isn't Carmen, like, pretty related to the sun? I don't know, I never thought about that. You don't share your interest with the other devotees. Survival isn't what you care about. What you really care about is giving everyone a chance to experience what it's like to live in a world of warmth. Ephemeral it may be. Right. We have to be about more than just prolonging our existences. What really matters isn't survival. It's what we leave behind for posterity, our legacy. As long as there's a guarantee that the light can indeed protect the sense of self, it will be more than enough to convince people to become Seaborns. Please, you don't have to concern yourself with what other people might think, Mares. But everyone has their own wishes. I can't just bulldoze over theirs to force a plan upon them. But that's not what you really believe, is it? You know that better than anyone. While you hesitate, countless people who are bound to their inescapable brittle will continue to suffer. That might be true, but it's okay. You don't have to hide the shape of your heart, its colors. The only thing you have to concern yourself with is how you can lead the people of the city, and then Terra. Okay, we can't just sit here and let this happen. Operators, to positions. Operator's unable to approach. She's surrounded by a strange field, Doctor. Whenever someone would distort due to reasons other than the monolith, a strange pressure would prevent our approach, as though to stop us from interfering. Looks like that applies here too, all the way in another world. Love is our collective destination, after all. So please, let go of this tool that might break your heart. Don't force yourself to walk down the path of thorns. Your pilgrimage needn't be that of suffering. No, You don't believe in any recourse, do you? Other than this, anyway. Don't you think we should find a better, faster path with less suffering? Before more people inevitably hurt each other with their ill intent? You're right. If there's no recourse, it has to happen faster. I can't waste any more time while people suffer. Follow your wishes. Follow your desires. And paint. Let's show them the painting of your world reflected in your eyes. Yeah, I think she might be distorting. I don't know, just a feeling. Before the compassion they believe in becomes completely worthless. Huh. I think she might have distorted. Oh shit, this is the globe of that one guy we saw in the Ishmael's Canto. But it has a fish. Or not a fish, no, it has a jellyfish instead of a fish. And, I don't know. Maybe we'll get a not float sim. What's it called? The clear mirror. Clear mirror 2.0. I understand the shape of your heart and what makes you want to enter the city. But we still know so little about the Seaborns, about Terra and Iberia. Whatever may have lit the fire under your feet, I can't bring you with us to the city as you are now. Even before the sinners had the chance to translate my words, Mare slowly turned in my direction as though she clearly understood my words. But I must, Dante. Mare's the yearning float Sam. What was the other? The dreaming? The dream-devouring silk current? Huh. Huh, I don't know. She's a float sim. Your adventures were full of exhilarating tales, and I saw kindness in every word and action of you and your friends, but that's not enough. You don't think they'll change? No, they will. In the far, far future. An incandescent brilliance burst forth from before Mare's. Past that I saw the ocean. I don't know what this... Huh. The calm sound of gently lapping, crushing waves. The immense golden brilliance. A portal? Where did it come from? Dungeon of the Fathoms. A gate that leads into one's heart. The periphery is where LCB's department specialty begins. Well, what lies beyond this periphery does not necessarily warrant Rhodes Island's presence. Can you guys help? I don't know what kind of fathoms I'm walking into, but I have a feeling that you're going to need your assistance anyways. Dr. Calcit? We're only here to investigate the dimensional door, but I don't want to turn our backs on people we can help. Rhodes Island accepts Limbus Company's cooperation request. I'll go too. You're still in Iberia. I can't let Iberian business be handled solely by outsiders, let alone an incident connected to the Church of the Deep. Don't worry, it's not like this is the first time we're letting someone not in our group into the Dungeon of Fathoms. We'll be fine. More sea terrors. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that sea terrors were swarming the lighthouse and are coming this way as well. I'll call Scotty here. You'll be staying behind then? Amia will go with you. Doctor? Following Mayors, who already disappeared into the portal, we take our steps into the utopian world beyond. Okay, shit. That should mean I'm on to... Mirror Dungeon. Cool. Express Dungeon boss. Shit. Well, that means... I guess... That's gonna be it for this episode. I'm pretty sure I'm already rocking like a 2-hour one. But, next time I'm gonna be doing the Mirror Dungeon. That's gonna be the whole episode, probably. But, shit. I hope you all enjoyed that. And, shit. I don't know. I guess I wasn't expecting her to distort. But, I wasn't expecting any distortions. I thought Carmen just wouldn't show up at all. Fucking insane. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that episode. And I'll be back with more soon. Very soon. Have a good one all. Bye-bye.